Well, top of the morning to you. I am Buck. This is Shop Talk with Buck, and welcome to my shop. This is Thursday, the downhill part of the week. But after you retire, it don't matter. There's no uphill, downhill. However, I'm going to bring you in here and show you what I've come up thus far, and then we'll look at a couple things out in the big shop. What I've got, I've tried all kinds of stuff. Still trying. Look at all that stuff under there. I've been trying this, and I probably never will find something dead eye on it, because that dry sink is probably over 100 years old, easy. But what finishes there is pretty good. But this is what I come up with. This is Red Oak 215. I use 25% of that, and then 75% of the Golden Oak 210B. So the recipe so far that's working, 25%. I use 5 milliliter, 20 milliliter. I use it in syringe, so I'm pretty close right there. I did it on a board where I got 3 times on it, and this seems to work. This one's been on there for 30 minutes. Well, it's dried now, but because most of it looked good while it was wet. But after it dried, it kind of went away. So this here I did yesterday, and it had been sitting up there. Right now, that is as close as I've been able to get. I'm going to continue to work on it, and may go back to the store. See, it's a little off, but it's really close. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's close enough that this whole front will be this. And then what I'll wind up doing is that top, I'll probably redo it with what I call the superstructure, and to make it match. I think it's going to be close enough. It'd beat refinishing that whole thing, you know what I mean. I also had another little issue come up. My air compressor, well, we're kind of lucky in a way. It just blew the head gasket. See, it was pumping from one to the other, wasn't building nothing. I could tell the sound was different, and of course it just kept running because it never would build. But we got gaskets ordered for that. Sure did. Had to bring Old Faithful back out of retirement. Yeah, Old Faithful. That thing, shoot, I bet it was 92. I think that's age on it. But it does a good job then, and the reason why I went with the bigger one is the vacuum chuck. The DA Sanders and so like that I don't do anymore. But that vacuum chuck, what I can do on that vacuum chuck, if y'all don't know what a vacuum chuck is, it goes on a lathe. Well, this little apparatus right here on the lathe is the vacuum. It comes around, hooks into the back, comes through. And what it does, if you got a bowl, and I don't have any around here, but let's say if you can imagine that's a bowl. Well, when you get it all done, you need to turn around and finish the bottom. Well, a vacuum chuck, you bring your chuck off here, and you mount some threads here. We can put the chuck here. Then you got a vacuum chuck, and then you turn that vacuum on, and it'll suck it up to it, and you can finish the bottom. That's what it's all about. And with that little air compressor, I had, before I turned it on, I had to have everything lined up, and it would hold for a while, but I had to have my P's and Q's lined up because it could run constantly. You just losing ground as you went. And if you ever lost suction and that bowl come off, it's act of Congress to get it lined back up. However, big boy over there, it would build up and cut off, so time wasn't so much of an essence with it, and that's what made it handy. But you can just give it its time to do everything else fine, you see. So therefore, that's how I come up with it. Of course, like everything else, it was on sale. You can catch it on sale. That's the time to buy this stuff. But anyway, that's where we're at today. I'll probably go ahead and, because that dry sink making them doors, I got a lot of detail in it, and I'm just going to leave it in there. Somebody needs the detail to be there. But I'm going to put chapters in it where you can skip around if you need to, what have you. But it's 50 minutes. By the time I put an ending on it, you're probably looking at around 55 minutes. That don't concern me that much, but still, I'll probably knock out, I'll call it part 2, then part 3 would be the drawer. I know it's going to be detailing in. I'm going to do blind dovetails, and you got a serpentine front. So it's just going to take a while. And I wanted not to rush through that drawer. Of course, what I call the superstructure that holds the towels and stuff, it's going to be a lot of bandsaw work, and also going to have some lathe work. I'm going to turn my own knobs. I have seen some of those in pictures and whatnot with round knobs, so I was going to turn it with the same oak. I thought I'd probably texture the front. When we get to it, I'll show you that texturing tool we got for the lathe. Boy, you can dress one up, I'm telling you. It makes it nice. And I figured I'd use that on those knobs and turn them, just build every part of it, if you know what I mean. So that's where we're at. And I'll probably call that, and then we can go from there. But meanwhile, I've got some other stuff going on that's kind of backing up. I'll probably take care of a little bit of that, but I really want to show some detail in that drawer. I've been looking forward to that drawer. I've never done one with a serpentine front like that, a curved front. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I think we'll both learn as we go on that one. So I'm going to call that there. And I appreciate you watching. If you've hung in to the end, that's where I like to say like and subscribe. You can leave me a comment, because if you watched it up to this point, I'd like to hear from you folks, the ones that make it to the end, because you are the troopers. You sure are. I've been getting some good comments on my videos and stuff. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Y'all just keep that up. And I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a wonderful day and be safe.